Sam the boy lived in the opposite direction of everyone else, so he bid everyone farewell right away and rode his bicycle off into the sunset, but Sam the girl rode a little ways with Kalina. "Do you remember what we're supposed to do for chemistry tomorrow?" Kalina asked her. "I think it's pages 80 through 85, Sam answered. "Or through 90, actually." It's probably not that important," Kalina shrugged, thinking of all the other stuff she needed to get finished. She might have had time for 5 pages, but not 10. "It's really not that hard," Sam told her, though Kalina was pretty sure she was lying, as usual. "Just get your sister to explain it to you." She had cheerleading tryouts today, Kalina sighed. "If I ask her about chemistry, I'm gonna have to sit through at least an hour of her talking about that first." She's so lucky to have such a caring sister. "Darn Skippy," Kalina nodded, turning her bike into her driveway and waved goodbye as Sam continued on. "See you tomorrow." As she walked into her house, she found herself almost immediately ambushed by a tiny form, all wild, light brown, hair and green eyes and grass-stained jeans. "Hi, Cammy," Kalina smiled down at her, prying herself free. "How was your day?" "Good," her little sister answered with a huge grin, before toddling back into the living room. From the way she was walking, Kalina was pretty sure she could use a diaper change, but she had just gotten in and let someone else deal with it. She had barely gotten 2 steps inside when she found herself face to face with her reflection, staring back at her in a rather annoyed way. "It was your turn to set the table," it informed her. "It's not dinner time yet," Kalina shot back. "I'm getting to it." "Well, it's already done now," Chrysanta sighed before wandering off into the kitchen. "Why don't you see if Camellia needs changed?" Kalina considered asking her sister something that probably would have gotten her in a lot of trouble, but instead she took the high road, and pretended she hadn't heard her. She loved Chrysanta, of course, but at some point she had turned into a miniature version of their mom. That sort of thing was bound to happen eventually. It was kinda sad to see it happening so soon. On the other hand, Chrysanta probably found it sad that it was taking so long to happen to Kalina. When had they become so different? Kalina shook her head wistfully, starting to head towards her room, only to trip over a large, stuffed bunny, likely having been dragged out because of the season, only to be forgotten in the middle of the floor. If she'd have set her backpack down, she probably would have been able to keep her balance. She hadn't. "You okay?" Camellia asked, eyes wide with worry as she waddled towards her big sister. "I'm fine," Kalina sighed, getting back up and then reaching down for her sister's hand. "Come on, let's go get you a dry diaper."